Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is kind of weird. Today is like an evening vlog. Like it's literally 7 o'clock. Joe and I are about to go put the kids to bed. So I'm thinking of like just filming. I haven't decided if I'm gonna like just film tonight and then like pick up a little bit tomorrow or just do kind of like an evening vlog. Catch you guys up on a few things. I was actually out of the house today. I had my first ever, you know, that mom's ministry group, that whatever that I had been telling you guys that we were putting on for like new moms. It was the first time that I had been able to go this morning, and so it was so good. I want to tell you all about how that went. So I had left the kids at Mimi's house, and then I was able to do that in the morning. Then I went to go pick them up. Then we went to my friend's house. We had like a little play date with the kids, and then we got home, and then we've just been hanging. But lots of stuff to update you guys on. I'm actually kind of starting to go crazy also because this is the week where on Friday we're supposed to be leaving to North Carolina. So I have a lot of like laundry that I've got to do, unpacking and all of that. So hopefully it'll be just like a kind of chatty catch-up vlog with you guys. I want to show you my plants too. I want to give you an update on my plants, as random as that is. But anyway, I'm about to go upstairs, do bedtime routine with the kids, and then we'll continue. But before we even get up there, I do want to do a quick little grocery haul for you guys. I'm gonna also show you what I'm planning on making this week for dinner since we're going to North Carolina and since I needed everything to be really quick. I just got in my Hungry Root order, so I have everything like out here on the counter, and I wanted to show you what came in here. So of course today's video is sponsored by Hungry Root, and I just want to thank them for working with me again, you guys for supporting me when I film these videos. I've worked with them before at this point, and I have been so impressed with Hungry Root. It has been one of my favorite things that I have ever like tried out, and like now I love it. Like I think it's such a great concept. If you've never heard of them or you missed it last time that I talked about them, basically they're like a food delivery service, but not just like meals. The way that I described it last time was like very much what I feel like it is. It's like a personal assistant when it comes to like healthy grocery shopping. So you can get meals, but you can also get just like regular groceries, snacks, stuff for the kids, like things that you're gonna want to eat for breakfast, for lunch, for dinners. There's so much stuff on their website to choose from, and the way that it works is so cool. It's very simple. Basically, you log in, you create your account, and then you take a quick little quiz, and basically the quiz just wants to get to know like how you like to cook, how often you want them to like pick meals for you, what kinds of things you're looking for. Are you more of like a breakfast person? Do you want them to help you out more with breakfast? Do you want them to help you out more with lunch, with dinner? So I kind of went and I took that quiz, and I told them like, listen, I need most help with lunch, because for me, lunch, I end up like eating nothing or eating like scraps of the kids' food. So mostly lunches, and I wanted things that would be very simple, very easy to cook. Nothing super fancy, nothing super complicated. And that's what I said this week too, because especially since we're gonna be going to North Carolina, I need to obviously feed my family, but I needed things that are quick. So again, I will show you in a minute like all the things that we picked out. We'll do like a little haul because there's so many really good things here. But Hungry Root just like makes it so simple for you. And this time around when I was on their website too, I didn't even realize like how many things they had on there. They have things like even like their own sauces. Like I loved the sweet teriyaki sauce and glaze. It came with one of the meals from last box, and I ordered it again this box because I thought it was so good. And this is something that like is a Hungry Root brand, like their own sauce. So you can like buy stuff like that. You can even buy produce on their website. So lots of really cool things to choose from. So I will show you everything, but just like last time, I do have a code to share with you guys. The first 100 people who use my link get 40% off of their first Hungry Root order. So I'll have that information down below. Let me show you what came in so you have an idea of like some of the stuff you can find there. This haul right here is making me so happy. So we have 4 different like meals per se, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do them for dinner or for lunch, but I have options, right? So the first one is jasmine rice. It's like 90-second rice. You know, you open it, you put it in the microwave, and then I'm gonna pair it with the Kevin cilantro lime chicken, and then the broccoli. So that's like one meal. And then the next meal is their like rigatoni with vodka sauce. So this is like pasta that I can make, and they brought like so much sauce. Some of these recipes, when they give you like all the ingredients, I'm like, wow, that's like a lot. I'm gonna get multiple meals out of that. So I'm pairing that with a Caesar salad. And then the next meal was the chicken marsala with the broccoli. So that'll be another meal. And then the other meal that they recommended, that they sent me, was the naan bread, and then it comes with some chicken thighs. So they're like wrapped. So this will probably be a lunch for me, maybe tomorrow. And then there's like a garlic sauce. So that is another meal in and of itself. And then everything else here is just like snacks and extra things that I ordered. I ordered some breakfast sausage because this looks delicious. So things to make my breakfast easy. I ordered some extra salads. This is like the kale salad. This one was really good. I had it in a wrap last time. I love their banana breads last time they sent me, so we got some of that. I also got, these were really good, the sous vide egg bites. They have things like the Once Upon a Farm pouches for Sean. I even got these cuties for snacks. These were like my favorite thing from the last box. These like crispy wafers. So like even dessert, I got a couple things for dessert. I got these protein shakes or whatever you want to call them. So I can have a couple in the fridge when I don't feel like making anything for breakfast or I need like a pick-me-up. And then these are always awesome to have in the fridge for snacks. These are also great. These are like little popsicles. I don't know if you guys have seen these anywhere, but I got those to put in the freezer. And I think that's it, like some carrots. And then these I really liked. I liked these flour tortillas last time, so I ordered them again just to have to make like extra recipes with. So really Hungry Root has been bomb in terms of like helping me find these brands and like these things that I can add to like just like my favorite brands of things that I like to eat. They have a lot of brands on their website that are just like cleaner, healthier for you. And a lot of these I would have never heard of had Hungry Root not suggested them for me. So like once you have like your order, like they pick stuff for you, like they pick some meals and they pick some ideas of things that you might like based on your quiz, but you can always go into your cart and adjust things. So there might be a recipe that you don't like and you can like delete it, and then basically what they do is like those same credits from that meal, you go in and like if that meal was 15 credits and you didn't like it, you take it away. Now you have 15 credits to use those credits for other things. So you can replace it with another meal, or you can replace it with just other groceries. So I have loved like how it works. I have found it to be very user-friendly, very easy, and I love it. So I've been literally waiting at the door all day long, waiting for my box to come in, and I'm so happy it did because now I don't have to worry about what to make. And it's just like one less thing that I have to worry about. It's like, again, my meal assistant, grocery assistant, and I have loved it. So thank you to them for working with me. Again, all the info will be down below in the description box. Let me put this stuff away, go do bedtime, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, it is later. It is 8:15. The kids are in bed, even though I'm sure that they will be up again because like who puts their kid to bed and they don't get out of their bed like at least once? Let me know if that's your life because I'm so jealous. Is the kids these days, like we'll put them to sleep. I really try to keep them like on the schedule of in bed by 8, and sometimes like we vary. Sometimes it's like a little later, and that's when I get mad because to me like I need to be done at 8 so that I have at least like 2 hours to myself to like watch a show or to do something with Joe. So if we get later and later like that we're done with bedtime, like on the rare occasion when we're done with bedtime at 9, I'm like, that's it, like my whole night is done. Like I don't have a night, you know, to myself. So we really try to stick to 8 o'clock bedtime, but they'll still get up and be like, oh, I need to use the bathroom. And then their new thing is like if we're downstairs, they don't like to go to their bathroom alone because they're scared. So it's a production, but at least hopefully I can be a little bit more hands-off now. So I actually do have to rush because tonight Joe and I have our marriage small group, like our virtual session. So we're meeting with our friends. We've got to log in for like the Zoom. It's not Zoom. She FaceTimes us. So it's like 4 couples and we all FaceTime, but we FaceTime off of Joe's computer. And then what we do is like we go over like the latest chapters that we've been reading from that book that I've told you, The Discernment of Spirits in Marriage. I'm going to make some decaf coffee. That way we can have that while we do our session. But I literally have 9 minutes to do this before we have to jump on the call. This is only once a month that we meet virtually, but if we weren't doing like our marriage small group now, like I would still be making coffee. It's kind of like part of the nighttime routine at this point, Joe and I have to like do a double check and make sure that it's decaf coffee because there have been a couple times where just out of habit I go and I make like the regular coffee at nighttime, and then it's like, oh well, we're not sleeping tonight. So just making a little bit of decaf coffee, and I get to have this and hang with Joe. And this is usually when we catch up because ever since he got home, like he got home not even late, but it's been like dinner and bath time and the craziness. Like we were doing dinner tonight, and sometimes it's like we're doing dinner, or I was cooking also. So like we were doing dinner, and then halfway through dinner, I had to get up and put Sean to bed because he had missed his nap. So he was like super tired. So when Joe gets home, like that evening time is very much like the 2 ships crossing in the middle of the night, passing in the middle of the night, like that saying. That's kind of where our routine is right now, where I'm with Sean, I get him down. Then in the meantime, Joe's with the kids and gets them bathed. And then we come together to put the kids down for bed. We do prayers together. And then we do like some cuddles in their bed. And then after that is when Joe and I come downstairs and unwind and like have our little like daily check-in and date night, if you want to call it that. But I think it's so important to do that, and we honestly don't even get to do it every night because there are some nights where Joe has ministry meetings, so he still has like some ministry meetings at nighttime. So instead of doing this, like I'm doing bedtime by myself, and then I have to wait till like 10:30 sometimes, like when he gets home from his meetings, to like just talk to him, be like, hey, how are you? Like, are you alive? How was work? Needless to say, like the nights that we can actually have like coffee together and enjoy just some of this and chat and talk to our friends, like it's always like a good night. So I'm hoping that Joe right now, see, we've got 6 minutes left, we're cutting it close. I'm hoping that he's reading his chapters from the book, because for our marriage small group meeting, we've been reading the book and then we talk about the chapters, and he had left it last minute. He hadn't read his chapters, but they're super short. It was only like, I don't know, maybe 7 pages total. So he should have been able to make it work. So I'm hoping that he is doing that. Yeah, there's only 1 copy of the book down here, so it means that he's reading it now, which is good. But let's see, while that brews, maybe I can do my little plant tour. And look at me, I was chopping up strawberries earlier, trying to get ahead. I don't even know where the lid is. So it's been a while since I show you guys all of my plants, and I'm very happy with my plants, but we've been doing a lot of propagation. I've been taking cuttings and I'm trying to, like, I don't know, multiply my plants. So this plant was like that mini monstera plant. This thing grows like a weed, okay? So much so that I had taken pieces of this exact plant and I propagated it, and now this is like the second one. So we had a baby, this plant had a baby, and now it is here. Now we're on our second baby. So I was like growing this one in water. Look at all those roots. So all of those roots are out, and now I can plant this and make like a second, you know, baby plant that I can like give to my mom. But it's like such a pretty plant. But I found it so cool to like propagate in water and to like watch the roots grow, and then like to make, you know, like exactly that, like reproduce these plants. So my mom was over here the other day and she loved this one. This is one of my favorite ones that I had gotten at Lowe's or Home Depot way back when. So she's like, I really like this one. So I did that. I took cuttings and I put it in water, and you see like those little baby roots that are forming. So my goal is to keep doing that till the roots are a little bit longer. Just want to make sure that they're all submerged. This one, you can kind of see those roots a little bit better that way. And so now when the roots get a little longer, I can put this in a little bit of soil and then like give this plant to my mom, and then it'll keep growing. And I didn't have to buy another plant. It literally just came from me cutting pieces of this one. And then this one also is like such a pride and joy, because this one I propagated from this big plant over here. So this thing has been growing super well, and there's tons of vines, and I just love like the leaves so much. But there's so much new growth on this. Like every day that I look, there's more and more new like things coming out of it. So anyway, I had taken like a little cutting of this and I had put it in water, and then the roots grew, and then I planted it in soil, and now this is like the offshoot of that. So I want to do that again just because I think this is such a pretty plant. How freaking cool is that? That like you can have one plant and then make so many more out of it. I have found that to be fascinating. Maybe you care not at all, but it's been one of my favorite things to do. And then I've got to be careful because I could have like 52 jars out here on my window. So I'm trying to like just go little by little, you know, working on the plants, but that has brought me tons of joy. Here we go. We've got some coffee. This thing, you guys, the Chemex system thing that we've had, this thing has been with us since before, like since Joe and I got married. And like, I'm pretty sure this is probably like a marriage gift. If I'm not mistaken, we had this whole contraption when we were still in Homestead, before we moved to Virginia, like our very first house. And it has been with us for a very long time, and it has brought us so much joy. So this thing is like literally a part of our family. I'll be so sad the day that it goes away. Did you read your chapters?
Yeah.
Very good. Where are we gonna do this? I'm gonna clear off. I can just clear this off. This is the counter at the moment since I was filming and stuff. We finally got our Hungry Root order, babe. All right, so set us up. I got coffee. So listen, we're gonna go do our thing, and I will talk to you guys in a little while. Yeah, good job, buddy. Yeah. guys, welcome to just the second part of this vlog, I guess. Last night we had our marriage small group meeting, and then I was planning on picking up the camera again, but then it ended up in like Joe and I talking afterwards, and like we just caught up, and it was good. There were a lot of things for us to talk about. But it's a new day, the kids are hanging, Sean is sleeping, so before he wakes up I was gonna fill you guys in on that meeting, the moms meeting that we had, and I'm trying to look through my little booklet here. So our program, Equipped, it's been really nice because it's a group of, I think there's like 10 or 11 participants. So it's these moms, new moms, first time moms, they bring their babies to my friend's house, and we like talk about lots of different topics. The first week, I think the topic was on like community and the importance of building a community like with other moms and stuff. And then this week, the one that I was at yesterday, the topic was on yourself. So like, how do we take care of ourselves as moms, and like navigating like that whole weird world of you have a baby, but how do you take time for yourself? Like, what do you do to like fill your cup so you can be the best mom that you can be to your babies, like that whole world. And it was just so nice and fulfilling because it really was like a nice reminder that these are things that everyone struggles with. Like, I still struggle with that topic, like even now with a 6-year-old. Like, I've been a mom for 6 years and I still struggle with that. So of course it's natural that like even new moms are gonna struggle with that. And like, we talked about things, how even like when I go to Target or when I take my little like alone trips, right? Like lately it's been thrifting, right? I'll leave the kids with Joe and I'm like, I'm gonna go thrift, I'm gonna go to Goodwill for a minute, look around, and like that's me time. Awesome. But then when I'm there, I'm still like rushed. I feel like I have to get back soon because I'm leaving him with all the kids. Like that guilt and that anxiety that comes, like you can't even enjoy it. So that was like something that I brought up, and there were other moms there that felt the same. Like, you go somewhere and you're supposed to do something nice for yourself, and then you're still like panic ridden because you feel like you have to get back so fast. And so we talked about that. We talked about like asking others for help and letting people love you, right? Like, if you have a mom or a mother-in-law or someone that's willing to help you, like let them help you. And I know that it's a hard topic because a lot of us, like, we either, I don't know, don't want to accept the help or feel bad asking for the help, or you feel like at your core like this is your baby, you don't want to leave your baby with anyone else. Like, all of those themes were like just good to talk about and to kind of bond over and share experiences. So it was really good. And then it was also like a good reminder that like we're not defined, like ultimately, like yes, we want to be the best moms that we can be, but we're ultimately not defined by our identity as moms. Like, the only thing that we are like truly defined as is like daughters of Christ, like daughter of our Father. Like, so I know that it's like really easy for us to get caught up in that. Like, who are you at your core? Oh, I'm a mom, I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm a working mom, I'm a full-time mom, whatever. And it's like, yes, that's one of the things that you are, but ultimately you're a daughter of Christ. So restructuring our brains like to remember that, I guess. Since this is like a Catholic group, we also talked about like setting aside some time to go to adoration and like deep dive into your Bible study, and, you know, opening up the Bible, spending time in prayer, and just how important that is to just be taking care of yourself, not just physically but also spiritually. So like a lot of the stuff that I've heard before, but just like a good reminder. We also talked about things like social media and like how hard it is to do literally anything in this world with social media, and like the comparison, and everybody looks like they're a better mother than you, and their house is cleaner. My house is not cleaner than yours, so at least there's that. But you know, things like that, the comparison trap, that if you do find yourself in a place like where it is hurting you to go on social media and look at people, like the things that are very common sense, like stop following people that make you feel bad. Don't open up the app if it's that detrimental to your own like mental sanity. And then making sure that you are addressing things like, you know, postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression. Like, it's a very real thing, and reminding those first time moms that it's okay to go and seek help if they're struggling. So it was really, really good. And then the last thing I'll share, because it's something that I've been thinking a lot about. It sounds kind of like vain, like at first. Maybe you won't even agree, so like just take it with a grain of salt. But I think that there's something to like when you're out and about with your kids, like, are you like presentable? Like, do you like present yourself well? Like, are you at least like dressed in something somewhat not like pajamas? Do you look like you're having the most miserable time, or like is there a smile on your face? And the reason why I think that's important, like thinking about those things, is because other people are gonna see you out and about, right? So like when you go to Target or you go wherever, like I've thought about this because I've been out at Target more often now, like with the 3 kids. Like what do people see when they see that image of me strolling through Target? Do they see this like worn down, depressed, like sad, crazy hair, like a disheveled lady there with struggling with her 3 kids? Or do they see like someone who, you know, yes, maybe it's like a hard thing that she's doing, but like she still looks like she's happy and she's enjoying it and she's put together. I think that those 2 things like send very different messages about motherhood and about what it's like to have a family and to have a big family, especially. So, like you're either gonna give it a bad reputation, a bad association, or a positive one. So like what do I want for other people to see when they see me out and about with my kids? I hope that I portray it as a positive, you know, thing. And that doesn't mean that I'm dressed in like Gucci attire, because obviously it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't mean that I never like have, you know, a moment where like I snap at the kids or I look like this is difficult. But just overall, like, is it a good image or is it a bad image? And I think that like we do have a little bit of control over the message that we send to the world about motherhood. Maybe that doesn't make any sense, but that's kind of one of the things that I gathered from like our conversations and I thought was worth just making you guys think about. So yeah, ultimately it was just really good, and then we reflected on some Bible verses, and then we ended in prayer, and it was really cup filling. Like I said, like I'm here hoping to help others as a more experienced mom just because I've been doing it longer, but at the same time I'm also in a place where I'm doing something for myself and I'm connecting with other moms. I'm getting to have conversations with other adults. It was really lovely. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. You know, I don't know where you guys live, and I don't know what kind of ministries are available around you. I don't know what kind of groups there are, but that's another one of the reasons why I just feel so strongly about encouraging you guys to step out of your comfort zone. If that's something that you maybe like wouldn't ever explore, reach out to different churches, reach out to different like mom groups, do some searching and like find something like that where you can go and hang out with other people. It can definitely be a huge blessing in your life. I know it's been a blessing in mine in so many ways, not just this group because this group just started, but just all of the different women that I've been meeting in homeschool groups and church groups. It has been amazing. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because I do have some packing that I need to do. So I'm gonna go see if I attend to just a little bit of separating clothes while Sean is down, and then I will check in with you guys in a little while. All right, so it is many hours later. The day got away from you guys. I tried to start separating clothes and I did a little bit of that, some folding. I'll show you what I did so far. Of course, the kids have already come in here and like just messed up everything, but I started separating clothes for the kids. So this is like Riley and Jackson. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this bag like all for shoes and just do like all the shoes in here. And then I gotta find like suitcases and how I'm gonna fit all the things. And then I've just been folding a little bit and just like separating PJs of mine, like loungy clothes. And tonight is one of those nights that Joe is not here. So Joe went to a ministry meeting with some of the guys that he meets up with. So I am doing bedtime routine, but once I get the kids to bed, then I'll have some time to like focus on that. I put Sean in here.
I helped him out.
What's up, buddy?
I helped him out.
What do you have to say?
He's saying yes, good, yes, good.
I put him in here with just a couple toys to entertain him. But yeah, he's like fully pulling up now. So Joe the other day lowered the crib mattress. So now he's a little bit lower. I think he knows how to get up, but he doesn't know how to get down. We gotta help him.
I'll help him.
You're such a good helper. As he falls. Are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? This guy needs to go to bed.
Yeah, he's
tired. So yeah, I did a little bit of packing, and then I also took Sean's 10-month photos, which I was behind on. So I did his monthly photos. And then the rest of the day we spent outside. It was actually really nice because lately I've been feeling like I'm always yelling at the kids for something or saying, no, don't do that. Like I've been very, I don't know, I'll have to talk about it in another video, but I've been very much like a no mother, and like everything that they do is wrong and I'm screaming at them. At least that's how I've been feeling lately. So today they were outside and I wasn't intending on like water play. I just had them going outside. And then Riley just asked like, could she get wet with the hose, like with the clothes that she had on already? And I was like, you know what? like, why not? Like, today, let's just do a water play session with your clothes. And it was just like a really fun, wholesome moment. And yes, it entailed like a little bit of a mess. Like, they had clothes and then they had to, like, you know, bring up to the laundry room. A little bit extra effort involved on my part, but it was worth it just to like be able to like give them a little win. You know what I mean? And like by giving them a little win, I wasn't so stressed out, so I kind of won. And it was just one of those afternoons that was just very non-stressful in its own way, and it was just very good. Like, I think their souls needed it and my souls needed it, so it was a good afternoon. So anyway, I'm gonna go so I can finish bedtime routine and all the things that I have to do. Look, my phone is ringing. But thank you for watching today's video. Again, thank you to Hungry Root for sponsoring. Remember, the first 100 people to use my link, my code, all of the information down below, you get 40% off your first order. And that's it. I love your faces. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.